Hey everyone, Nolar here, and today I got a special guest. I got Bradical with me, and we did some Dragon Ball Legends sparring. And the reason I had him do a series with me, and I'm calling this "Let's Teach You Whales" because I know I'm not very good with Legends, and I'm trying to get better. So, using his expertise, we're here to analyze and break it down, see what I can learn. Granted, this is going to be covering like mostly basic things or semi-intermediate, just to get me to get a feel of timing and concepts like that. So before we get started, you want to say hey?
Hey, what up? My name's Brad. If you don't know me, I just make Dragon Ball Legends content. Yeah, that's about it, really.
All right, cool. So Brad, you can go ahead, get start playing the
Cool.
video, and we'll break it down.
So essentially, it's going to be a little bit chaotic at first because we have both screens playing simultaneously, but we're going to kind of go through a little bit. I might skip ahead a tiny bit if I can.
Yep, yeah, go ahead.
Dang, we sat here and chit chat for a while, bro.
I mean, it's what happens.
There we go. All right. So I'm on the right side. Nolar is on the left side. So
Okay,
he's
yeah,
using God Key, and I'm using Goku.
yeah.
So we were
Um,
we were going through a couple of the things in battle, but one of the things I'm noticing, so right there, whenever you jump to the side a little bit,
right.
this takes you a long time to learn. So not jump instantly, like I do it all the time still. Like I'm horrible about jumping, but
Okay,
if you can get that down on knowing when to jump, that is a massive. Watch Goresh with that kind of stuff. He is the most patient son of a gun that plays this freaking game.
well,
And like I
yeah,
said,
so
having a green card that you can pop a green card and listen for what's going to happen. We were talking about that in the podcast a little bit.
yeah,
Popping a green card, listening for a unit and all that kind of see what would happen, you know, like okay, I can hear he's jumping now. That's I don't know. That's some crazy wisdom stuff that Gresh does. I don't do that. But just keep track and kind of get a feel for what your opponent's gonna do. So you knew right there that I was going to hit you in the middle of your jump. So the next
right.
time, if you wait an extra second and you can see if I'm gonna get a little antsy and go for it, you can kind of try and predict around that.
Okay,
Again, a lot of this stuff is going to come down from just doing it a million times and then you'll be decent at it, you know?
right.
That's really
Naturally
what it
playing.
comes down to. Yeah,
Okay,
I mean, you're going to have to play a crap ton to get elite. Like I'm only good at this game because I've played or like okay at this game even because I've played a lot. Normally I'm just like an RPG kind of guy.
right,
I
right,
don't
right.
normally do any kind of fighting games at all. So let's
Okay.
see.
Yeah, this is a little trippy. I'm not gonna lie.
No, it's really hard to keep track of what's happening.
Right.
um,
Okay, so
so like I
the,
said,
the key blast thing, the single blast, you're like better to get out of that kind of habit.
well, yeah, because it can work sometimes for sure, right? And you saw right there, right? Whenever I jumped, you hit that perfectly.
Yeah.
It's just a
Right.
matter of knowing the player you're facing. Like
Okay.
if you see me jumping all the time, throw a single key blast.
Right.
But if you
Okay.
don't see me jumping, I'm just holding my ground. Don't throw that single key blast because if you throw that key blast as I start a normal key attack, it's gonna
Right.
be a bad time for you. You know what I mean? I'm actually gonna back it up a tiny bit.
Okay.
This is gonna be hella confusing for a quick second, just so you know. Again, this is very basic. Nalar is still pretty new to the game, so
Yeah. Yeah.
taking a look at it, you can see right there where I kind of made the mistake of waiting too long. You
Right.
got through a second jump. Um, One of the things I did learn from Gresh is a lot of people have a tendency to do two jumps, so keep that in mind. You see one jump go, it's super tempting to just go for that strike card. But I was like, if you
Yeah.
can try to wait it out and actually get it that second one, awesome. It's gonna backfire in your face sometimes.
Right.
Sometimes
Yeah.
that person doesn't even do a jump and you think they're going to, and you guys match up or whatever happens. They tap attack you, send you back. You try to go for a tackle. You guys both hit each other, then they super and they kill you.
Right.
It's going to backfire in your face sometimes. I mean, it's just how life be.
Okay. All right. So I guess
Uh,
the biggest theme so far is just patience to see what they're doing and not um, be so forthcoming to get something out there. Yeah.
oh, 100%. A big thing, too, is keeping track of what you've used. So, like how I told you in the battle, there's a point where you can chain a blast card into an ult, but
Yep.
it's way tougher than a strike. So depending on what you're chaining, what you're doing. So like Broly's ult, for example, um, no, not Broly's ult, Broly's super.
Hmm.
Like just having one of those straight key blasts, those are amazing for chaining off of anything. It doesn't matter.
Right.
You already got it in your hand. And even if you use a blast card, you can still have enough time to click your main ability. Say you draw one, Broly does it, but say you draw a super card. You have enough time, blast card into that super card, because it does that. But if
Right.
it's a run-up super card, you won't have enough time unless
Mm,
it's strike.
okay.
Or
Okay.
if you're at close range.
Mid range
So
or closer.
yeah,
Okay.
mid-range or close range. If you're using a blast card into an ultimate that's a charge up, so like perfect cell.
Oh,
That's where you'd
yep.
want to have a green card in your hand. It's just thinking ahead of what you want to be. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like where you want to be in the future of what you're going to be using. Okay, I know I want to use an ult on Beerus. Okay, he swapped to Rose. I got to change up what I'm going to do. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like
Okay.
it's really like I told you before when we're doing the podcast, and it's like half the time I don't even know what the hell I'm even doing. Like I do a combo, and I'm like, oh that worked. I get wrecked, dog. That's literally what it turns into
Hmm.
half the time. Let's see. Yeah, see, so you got the strike into the green
Right.
card that then chases after, and now Beerus could obviously chain into that.
Yep.
But you see right there, right whenever you went for that. So whenever you threw
You.
the single key blast,
Yeah.
and it's like you kind of get ready for that sometimes. Perfect Vanish is something I wouldn't stress too much about being decent at. If you can get Perfect Vanishes down, great. But if you don't get them down, then you're kind of effed. So it's a very, very big drawback if you get hit by that and they go straight into a card. So, like, for example, that's what makes Yellow Gohan amazing. Is number one is knockback with his green card.
Hmm.
But like, it's his lock-in ability. So if you get caught by that and you don't perfect vanish and you're locked in there, it doesn't matter how good your unit is. 9 times out of 10, you get a purple unit locked in with his yellow unit. You're gonna
And you're
have
gonna
either
die. Yeah.
yeah, 9 times out of 10, it's gonna happen that way, or they got a green card or
So
whatever else.
to be clear, absolutely clear, perfect vanish is how do you trigger it so I can get
So
the
it's just
concept
nailing it at that exact time.
of. Okay.
So it enables you then to start your combo without them being able to vanish if you can perfect vanish their attack.
I see what you're saying. Okay.
Really and truthfully, I don't think I've ever nailed one on purpose. I don't really ever try to. It just kind of like you'll see sometimes where I move a little bit to the side and then swipe real quick, and sometimes I'll just hit it, but it's never really me trying to hit it. You know what I mean?
Okay. Okay.
It'll just kind of happen. But you'll notice you notice when it happens after you play it. Truthfully, you'll see the difference.
Okay.
It's hard to explain because it doesn't look any different until you just do it a million times, and it's like, oh, okay, cool, I got a perfect vanish. And you just go.
Okay.
For me, at least. Again, I'm a very lax player when it comes to Dragon Ball Legends. I'm not all about frame data. I'm not all about this or that or charge. None of that matters to me. I'm trying to have a good time playing the game. But I don't know. You get it. You
Yeah.
get it.
No, I understand. I understand. Okay.
So yeah, a
Yep.
big important thing. I mean, I said at the beginning, I'll say it here as well. It's just knowing what chains into what. Because
Right.
you could
Okay.
have all the amazing attacks you want, but it's like if your cards don't chain, it doesn't mean jack crap. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just like right there, I don't normally back up too often, but I
Hmm.
happen to back up in that situation right there, and it worked out. Because backing up nowadays takes your vanish away from you. Like even if you just swipe back, takes away some of your freaking vanish, which I think is a horrible mechanic in my opinion.
Yeah. I mean,
I understand you want to encourage aggressive play, but to an extent, I mean, it's ridiculous.
yeah. I think what Garesh was saying, he was like, they should just, if you don't do anything for like 2-3 seconds, then yeah, your vanish meter should start going away. But
Well,
like,
I think it does that too, but yeah, then they all of a sudden, it's like right there. See when you were going at me
yep.
and you had an exclamation point over your head?
Yeah.
You could have pulled out of that.
Right.
So
Because yeah.
it's
Yeah.
really, I mean, that's to an extent. People will tell you they do it on purpose. I don't fully believe anybody because whenever you start that strike card, unless you 100% knew they were going for a super card in that split second, great. But there are definitely times where it's like, they're going to go for a blast card. You start a strike, you pull out of it, and then you wait for them to jump. You start in the middle of their jump. There's
Right.
100% times to do that. Supers are pretty hard unless you just happen to hit it perfect.
Right at that
Like
time.
the second you clicked your strike, they click their super, and you just know to start swiping because you're going to hit that swipe then.
Yeah.
We didn't even touch on key cancel in this video. I don't know if you know how to key cancel.
Not entirely.
It's not hard. It's just a pain in the butt. It's so basically when you launch a key blast, it's instantly pulling up. So then, say they vanish, then you can then vanish their attack and start a combo. So key
Oh,
canceling
okay.
just stops your key attack. Like That's all it does. You might see me do it sometimes. Let me see. Okay, well on.
Yeah. I don't know.
Okay, yeah. No, so I'm chaining it at that point. So it's basically whenever you start a combo off with a blast card.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'll start off, say you vanish it. I'll be swiping up on my screen, and that's a key cancel. So then if I cancel that out, then you'll see how like sometimes a unit will start dashing forward randomly. That's because they
Yes.
key cancel, and if they key cancel too much and they swipe towards you, and if they can swipe at the right time as you launching an attack, they dodge you, and then you're the one that's effed because you're out of your vanish. They're out of
Right.
their vanish too, but now they're free and they can just start a combo off.
Is it the similar to? Is this the same concept of like the tackling?
No.
What,
So
what I mean
tackling.
by- well, what would I? Well, I understand tackling, but like tackle overrides strike. Is that the same kind of thing where
No, so strike overrides tackle.
strike overrides tackle? Okay, that's what it was. Okay.
Like there are times if you can get in that perfect hit, like where like tackle, you can tackle them as they're clicking a super or something, but it's you got to be like pitch perfect. Like I don't think anybody really aims for that. Maybe they do.
Right.
But no, key canceling is I don't know. Let me see if I can find somewhere. We may have to make a quick cut real quick because I want to make sure we find someone that has a good key cancel point.
Okay. Another question I have for you is, I see a lot of people when they use an arts card or strike or whatever, and then they rush forward or move to and then move to the side or move to the side then rush forward. What's the reasoning behind that?
Oh, I mean, yeah, that would be what is it called? Sidestepping, I guess if you want to call it that. So basically, whenever you dash forward and you click the next card instantly as you jump over, and you get a tiny bit of keyback. So that's where I was talking about. There's a point in the video over here where we were just like standing still, you know?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
If you watch the video, it's over on my channel. There's a point where we're just standing still, they're talking about it. Because there's certain units, if you have a faster key restore speed, as you're doing that, you're going to continue to draw cards and you recover a tiny bit of key. Swiping forward, jumping to the side, clicking the card at the exact same time. Yeah, so you can just keep that move on. Only really works with strike. You can do it with blast too, but really it's only super beneficial with strike. So if you have units like purple Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Vegeta on God key, increase card draw speed, then that's a really nice mechanic to do, but it does reduce your overall damage you output. So you put out less damage, but if you draw one extra card, so say you're going to do 20% of their health, but you're putting out 5% less, well, it doesn't matter. You're still getting an additional 15% damage.
Mm-hmm.
But if you have a unit that doesn't have a way to increase their card draw speed, it's kind of pointless. You kind of just want to finish your full combo through. You can do it every now and again to recover a little bit of key, and it can be kind of useful, but your combo is still going to come to an end much sooner than a unit like God Vegeta that would draw his cards. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That makes sense. Okay, cool.
That was something I actually learned from Riku. Shout out to Riku. Yeah. I watched his video on getting better at Legends, and I learned stuff that it's like, dog, I've been playing for like a year and a half every single day, and it's like, all right, sick. I'm glad I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Always learn something.
So what other kind of little questions? Like, because really this is just a basic video. I'm not going to show you charge step. I'm not going to show you that kind of stuff because I'm not very good at charge step.
But you can do it.
Well, I can do it, yeah. But
if you really want
so much work. Like, it's so much work to, like, pull out of attacks, swipe forward, freaking hold it down for half a second, do an attack just to recover, like, 6 key. It's just, it definitely is helpful. But you'll hear it from Goresh, too, that it's definitely not needed. He plays, 42 in the world or some crap?
Yeah.
Like, something like that, and he's like, yeah, you don't need it. It's like, all right, sick.
Yeah, he told me that too. So, but no, I guess I just have to go back, look at the videos, and like you said, I gotta trial by fire, right? Got to play a bunch of matches, kind of get a.
Oh yeah, no, you're gonna get, you get straight burn. I mean, you're just gonna meet people who are they're just gonna body bag you, or you're just gonna make one stupid mistake, and you're gonna make it 500 more times before you learn to not make that mistake. Like I still jump so much, so I've just learned to adapt my play style to me jumping a bunch. And like I'll jump to bait them into that, swap to another unit, and see if they jump. If they don't jump, then I know for the rest of the match, okay, this person has a lot of patience. They don't jump. I know not to go for this, or instantly go for an attack because I know they're not going to jump or try to vanish. They're going to wait for me to do it. But I mean, if that means it costs me a unit for half a second, I got to lose half my guy's HP to learn something about my opponent. That's just how it is.
Right.
You know what I mean? You gotta. I mean, you have to. Legends is. I'd love to say you gotta learn on the fly, but sometimes you're just gonna get lag dog. Like you can learn all you want. Sometimes you're gonna do the exact right combo and you're still gonna lose. It just sucks. It happens.
It's a
Like
coin flip sometimes. But yeah, no, that's understandable. But no, I appreciate it. I don't think I have anything immediately I wanted to ask off the top of my head. You kind of explained some good concepts for me to, revisit and, trial by fire, go through it. So I appreciate it. Any last words before we finish this off?
yeah. So just remember, strike can go to ultimate super easily.
Mm-hmm.
You can't do like ultimate to strike. You can't do super to strike. You can't do super to blast. Like 9 times out of 10, they're gonna pull out of that. But strike can go straight into super. Doesn't matter if it's throwing it. Doesn't matter if it's a strike super where you rush up at them. Blast can't go straight into super if it's at far range. If it's like a run up on them, but you can do a blast straight into it. And that's just stuff. I mean, I highly recommend you go into casual and you just mess around.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, cause you're gonna if you go into like
Rank
hardcore rank, you're gonna get destroyed trying to figure out what chains into what. You may as well just go into casual, face a kid who has like level 800 units or something like that, and then just kind of mess around and see what goes to what. Because there's not many combinations,
right.
you know. But once you learn them, it's super easy to kind of, I don't know. Once you're okay at the game, like even if you're just like a 6 out of 10, it's hella fun. I mean, it really is a lot of fun to just jump in when the game runs perfectly. It's so much fun to kind of have this different feeling of knowing what somebody's going to kind of do based on what you would do, you know?
Right, right.
I don't know. Legends has so much potential.
Yeah, just
Cool.
has stuff to do. But all right, I appreciate it. If you guys enjoyed that, let me know. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. And if this goes well, maybe we'll get Brad back on, or we'll get some other people and help me get better at the game. So appreciate that. Last words.
And if we missed anything, let us know down below if we missed anything.
Yes,
Sincerely, I'll be reading through his comment section as well because there's tons of stuff I don't know about the game. So if you follow me on there, like I very much play Legends for fun. So if there's things I'm missing, let me know down below. We're very interested. If you call us a dick or something, you're just getting banned. But just so you know, that's not going to solve anything for anyone.
I'll
Either
laugh.
way.
I'll laugh. That's for sure. But anyways,
There you
guys,
go.
appreciate it. Nolar out.
Peace.